we can look at things, and in most of these patient groups, I have to tell you, if we summarised it, you'll see stuff go up, you'll see stuff go down. And it'll go up and down in different brain regions in the same patient group. It's difficult at this point to causally interpret what it means. But you can measure changes, and again, I think we have to be very careful about how we interpret them. Again, for the white matter connectivity, sorry for the complexity of this slide, but this is pulling together again from Gaya and Vanya's group, changes in the way the white matter are communicating to different brain regions, and again, changes in this voxel-based morphometry measures. And you can pull out lots of lovely relationships between pain intensity and duration. But is that, again, adaptive or maladaptive? We've, in rheumatoid arthritis, shown that actually we can pretty much measure no differences whatsoever. We get a tiny increase in the caudate, an increase in voxel-based morphometry, an increase in grey matter. Is it a change in the ratio of neural cells to glial cells? You know, we just don't know really what is going on that's contributing to that change in signal, which we pick up with this particular measure. But again, I would say that that is an adaptive response to the rheumatoid arthritis patient who has a very different biomechanical body, and the caudate in the basal ganglia is trying to, again, functionally adapt to that in order to cope. But what is interesting in terms of vulnerability or resilience is when you actually look at the total brain volume, and again, we do not have an understanding for this. I'll be appreciative if people want to contribute. When you actually look at the intracranial volume, this goes back to that whole point about being born that way or not, or vulnerable or not, and you control for everything, people who have rheumatoid arthritis have smaller brains. It's as simple as that. And they're really quite a lot smaller. And I don't know what that means. And that is not anything to do with sort of just change in head size. We've obviously controlled for that. This is just they have smaller brains. And even though within the brain we can't measure any change in grey matter volume up or down apart from a tiny blip in the caudate, their whole brain size, as you can see, is significantly different. Is that, again, a vulnerability? I'm not saying